Thank you for being here. It's very good to have you here. We have a rainy and a little bit cold day, but I'm sure the atmosphere here inside is not that cold because we have the presence of the Blessed Mother. Especially today, I think it's beautiful to have our couples come out in this day of the Immaculate Conception. And it was beautiful that when we, with Tony and Marcela and some other couples, when we were thinking on this couple time out, we wanted to do something close to the Advent. And then the idea of how was the relationship between Saint Joseph and Mary came to us. And today, I want to invite you to have them as an example in your marriage life. How was the relationship between Saint Joseph and Mary? Was it an easy relationship? I don't think so. They had so many difficulties during their marriage life. So many difficulties. Do you know? First, and that's a very important point for me, they had God in the center of their life. But they had different plans. When they started, can you imagine how it was for Saint Joseph? When he knew that the Blessed Mother was expecting a baby, all the plans changed in 1 minute. For him it was difficult. And what was the most important point? I'm gonna do God's will. God's will. And every time it was the same. When they went to Egypt, when they and every little and every big decision in their life was about God's will. And today I want to invite you as to see how is God's will in our marriage life. What are we looking for? Are we looking for our plans or are we looking for God's plans? Because for them was so clear that they were always looking for God's plan. That's the first, God's will. In Spanish we say, I like this phrase, we say, tell God your plans and he gonna laugh. Cuéntale a Dios tus planes y él se reirá. Tell God your plans and he gonna laugh. Because I'm sure when you get married, you had some plans, and you know, every time it's different, and things happening in a different way that you thought. That's very clear. But I think it's not an important thing if you can accomplish your plans. The most important thing is, are we doing what God thought of us? That's the more important thing, because we are here not to do what we want to do. Finally, the question of God the Father is going to be, did you do what I thought on you? Did you do that? This is the most important thing. Not what did you want, what I wanted you to do. This is the most important thing. And today I want to invite you to think about that. Are we accomplishing what God wants of us? Is God in the center? Are we looking for God's plan? Do we pray of us? We do think. We do really meditate about God's plans in our life, what He wants for us, what He's showing for us. When we have to take a decision, it's only what I want, what I really like to do, or what we think God wants for us. Before taking a decision, this decision is only my wishes or in God's plan. This is one of the first points in their life. God first. The plans of God are first. Second thing about their history, I think is they were looking for a room at inn. For a room at inn, they were looking for a posada. In Mexico, they are very popular, the posadas, but they were looking for a room at inn. That means they were looking, when baby Jesus was coming, they were looking for welcoming. And they didn't find it. I think, especially because this is a mission for us. How are we living that? When some people are in trouble, you as a couple, how are you welcome people? How people feels in your house? How people feel? Because I think, especially today, in this century, people is so lonely. And every time, I can assure you, every time, people is looking for room at inn. Every time today. Not because they are gonna do, no, because they need a family, they need this spirit. And a question for us, looking St. Joseph and the Blessed Mother relationship. How are we welcome people in our life, in our house? And you know, it's so beautiful. You can see that it's my experience. You can see that in some houses. When you go in, you can feel you are very welcome in this place. It's a pleasure to be there. It's beautiful. It's nice. Because you can, sometimes it's almost, you can smell that, you know, it's the atmosphere. You can bring others in your life and in your houses. Not only the house is a symbol of your life, but you as a couple, when someone comes to you asking for something, are you able to hear, to welcome, to smile, to take them in your hearts? How are we as a couple welcome the people? That's very important. And also, today, as an exercise, I want to invite you to remember when you have felt this welcoming spirit in other people, and to be thankful with these people. Sometimes we have someone in our lives that, you know, with this person, with this couple, in this house, I felt this atmosphere. I felt that I am very welcome. I felt the friendship, the family spirit. I felt that with this person, with this family, in this place, I felt that. And today, probably it's not a very common thing. But when we have that, it's a treasure. Then I want you to I want to invite you today to remember and to be thankful with these experiences, with these families, with these persons, that they really welcome you in your life. And if we have had this experience, we have to learn about these people. Because in the future we have to do the same with others. That's the purpose of this exercise, or what I am inviting you to do during this morning. To be welcome. To be grateful when we have had this experience, and all at the same time to share this spirit with other people. One of the most important things is the family spirit. And this is the way to have this family, this very familiar experience. I want to invite you to this exercise during this morning and to be thankful because these experiences. Third, today we want to look for one of the purposes of the marriage life. And was so clear in St. Joseph and the Blessed Mother lives. They were taking care of them, of each other, but at the same time they were taking care of baby Jesus. Do you remember when they went through a different way because they wanted to protect baby Jesus from Herod? Mm-hmm. Do you remember that? And they did so many things only in order to protect baby Jesus' life. Only because that. Also, when he was lost in the temple, they were worried. They were asking for him. All they did was in order to protect baby Jesus' life and to protect each other. And I think it's also a beautiful thing to think on, to meditate, and to see how are we living that in our lives. How are we protecting each other? This is a purpose of the marriage life, to protect each other and to protect our children. It's beautiful when we see when in the marriage life one has a problem and the other one is right there to protect the other one. This is the purpose of the marriage life, to protect the other one. I have seen many couples and one gets sick and the other, you see the other one is at his or her side. It's so beautiful. Now, in this moment, I remember, for example, your father-in-law, when he was sick. Do you remember your mother-in-law? All the time. Mm-hmm. She was there. But this is the story of many people. And in the future, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, 50 more years, I think could be your history. If some of you is gonna get sick, how you want to take care of the other one, to protect the other one. But it's also today, is in every decision, in every moment, we are here to protect each other. In simple, little, small things, and also in the big plans of our lives. We are here to protect each other and to protect their life. And also with your children. Many of you have children. Some one of you don't have, but it's also, when you have children, and also when you have part of your family, you take care of them. Not only your children, you take care of your family. And many decisions, they are because you are children. Small decisions, like when you buy a car. I can see from here your big new car. I'm sure you are not driving this car because it's because you're children. And because you're going to have the fourth one and you need space for them. But this is a small decision. But how many decisions are because our children? In order to protect them. We work for them. We are awake during nights many times because them, in order to protect them, and in order to protect our family. We are here to protect each other, to protect our children, and to protect our family. And also today we can remember and we can plan at the same time how are we protecting each other and how we want to protect the other one, how we want to take care of the other one. When we are going to be in the 80s, 90s, and maybe some of you cannot walk or cannot go to the restroom or cannot, this thing, you know, all the things that happen when we are old. How we want to take care of the other one. Because this is one of the, I think, this is one of the most beautiful expressions of the marriage life. To take care of the other one. How we want to do that. Think on that. And also, be thankful when we have done that, you know, when we, many times I'm sure, you have felt that in your marriage life. You are taking care of me. When I was sad, when I didn't have time for that, when that happened, you take care of me. Just a moment ago, I asked you what happened in your finger, because you hurt your fingers. You can see that. And you were with Marcela, Tony?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, you were with Marcela, helping her in her business.
Yes.
and I asked Tony, but you went to the hospital? No, I didn't, because we were working and Marcela needed me to stay there to help her. And yeah, but this is maybe it's a little expression, but that is the purpose of the marriage life, to help each other. And I'm sure for you, Marcela, was so beautiful to see Tony, he's here because he wants to protect me, he wants to help me.
And I say thank you to him.
Beautiful. No, and that is the purpose of the marriage life every time, you know, to protect each other, to take care of the other one. And when that happened, we have to be very thankful. And when we need to grow in this aspect, it's very important to be very responsible and take care. Maybe we have to grow. Maybe we are not doing that in a very, very well way. Maybe we have to examine. This is the moment to really think together, pray together, and grow in this very beautiful and important aspect of your marriage life. You are here to protect each other. And in this very lonely world, it's so important to really know I'm not alone. I have other one. God and the Blessed Mother gave me other one to be with me. I'm not alone. Okay, I think we have many things to talk, to work in. And if you see any other aspect in Saint Joseph and the Blessed Mother life, and you want to talk about that, you can do also. I share with you only 3 points because we don't have the whole morning. How we protect each other, how we welcome people, and how we have felt this experience in our lives, and also when God has been in the middle of our lives, and how can we work and grow in this point. Okay, I want to invite you to work on that. And as always here in Couples Time Out, this is only a proposition. If you have to talk about other topic because some situation in your marriage life, you are also invited to do that. This is only my proposition this morning because I want to invite you to live Advent in a concrete way during this season. it's beautiful. The liturgy of the Advent is beautiful. It's light, and we are waiting for. But it's more beautiful when we take it and we live it very concretely. Okay, I want to invite you to